promise.
Damn.
Whoa, that was sick.
Welcome
worked.
to the world of magic.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing okay tonight on this Friday evening here at a beautiful, historic, majestic Hogwarts Castle in indiscriminate location in Scotland. We're so happy to be here with you tonight for another rousing weekend of the virtual tour. Magic. Pure magic.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yes, indeed. Sweet. We're so psyched to be back, guys. I hope you guys have had a great week. As great as can be. I looked at the calendar today and realized it's been exactly 7 weeks since we started quarantining at home. So it's been 7 weeks of kind of the same thing every day. But it could be so much worse. We feel really lucky. What?
That means little Dave is 7 weeks old.
Little Dave is 7 weeks old today. Wow. Confetti?
Whee!
Wee, little Dave. Sweet. We'll bring little Dave out, I believe, sometime this weekend. You'll see him. You'll see him around.
Oh, we got big dude.
That's one thing people don't know about Hogwarts. Huge weed farm out back.
I mean, they call it Hagrid's hut.
Uh-huh. Hut.
Hotbox the hut.
Okay, yeah. That's one thing us muggles, we underestimate those wizards, but they know how to grow. Anyways, love it. Cool. So yeah, this is a very special episode. I don't know. I've been a big fan of Harry Potter for a long time. This is a little bit different from the SpongeBob episode. That one, there was like an anniversary, like the air date anniversary. This one is just purely selfish indulgence because I love Harry Potter.
Did you just say shellfish?
Shellfish indulgence.
Shellfish indulgence. Is that a SpongeBob rap?
Yes.
Or an animal?
We're leaving SpongeBob in the past. We're moving forward to Harry Potter, which is a whole different, kind of a different type of fandom, but it is one of the things I love most in life.
Pure nostalgia.
Well, it's not even nostalgia because it becomes kind of more interesting as you get older, I think. Because I first read the books, I started reading the books when I was in 6th grade, which was actually pretty late. I was in 6th grade in like 2004, and the first 4 books were already out, a couple of the movies were already out, and so I was a little late to the game, but got into it pretty damn quick after that. So anyways, later in the show, we're going to play a couple songs. Then I'm going to rank the Harry Potter books because I know that you guys are all wondering, and you've been asking me. I've been getting messages every day in the middle of the night, like, when are you going to rank the Harry Potter books? When are you going to finally share some of your hot takes that you've been promising? And I today decided, you know what? You're right. It's time. We're not going to hold out any longer. So hit us with your burning questions, whether they're about this or about other things. We'll answer them. Okay. Feel free to let us know in the chat what you've been up to this week. It's been quite a week. We wrote a weird song this week.
You would say it's weird?
I would say it's weird. It's a weird one. I think. Okay. We're gonna play a couple old songs, and then lest I forget to mention, we're gonna have a new segment, a newly named segment that involves a certain he who shall not be named over there in the chat, at the head of the chat, and he'll be over here before we know it. So stick around for that. Don't leave. Stupefy. Okay. Love it. We're going to play a couple old songs that are the first one we haven't played on the show in a long time, the second one we haven't played at all, and they're both free to download on Bandcamp if you wish.
Fresh on Twitch.
Totally free. If you wish. On Twitch.
Twitch.
Alright, this song's called The Stanza.
Oh, where's the shaker?
What?
Maybe if I tap the shaker?
Tap the shaker with your foot.
Oh, but that.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I have a history of loving all the wrong guys. In high school, we studied style and said, I love that guy. But I am cursed, oh yeah, I'm cursed, alright. In high school, we studied Marx, yeah, he had pretty eyes. I wonder why and where we have to go. Where we have to go. Where do we go? And I have a tendency of biting my nails when I'm bored. I sit on my computer for nothing, right? And I'm so bored. I am trapped beneath my bed, oh Lord. I sit on my computer for something to occupy my time. I wonder why and where we have to go. Where we have to go. Where do we
That's what happens when you play guitar with your eyes closed. Hey.
I have a penalty that I like to pay. And in high school, I got yelled at by one of the wrong guys. But I am first, yeah, I'm first in line. Oh, in college, someone told me that I had pretty eyes.
Thank you! Thank you! Hit us with your emojis, please. Gotta pick an emoji for tonight's episode. Perhaps a lightning, perhaps a wand.
Yeah, we were looking
A
for
crystal gem.
magic ones, but we couldn't find.
Any good ones in the chat?
Any good what?
Shout out the good emojis, please, Screen.
I'll let you know that Dobby was
Dobby.
was dancing in the chat.
Did Dobby
Not
like...
in the chat. He was freaking out.
That's awesome. To be on Dobby's good side is all you could ever hope
Lots
for.
of emojis. Lots kind of a lack of spells. I wanted to see more spells.
Yeah,
in the
hit us
chat.
with your spells, guys. That's
It changes the whole show.
yeah. Hit us with even if you made them up. New spells are welcome. They're always being created. That it's a fluid.
Yeah, every
system.
spell does something.
Yeah.
That's the
Everything's a
first
spell.
lesson in the second Harry Potter book.
Exactly, Sean. I could tell. Okay, so I was gonna mention this later, but we've listened to the Harry Potter audiobooks
Twice.
as a band on tour. Specifically,
Against our will.
We've listened to the last 3 books twice. We listened to the first 4 once, but Jim Dale version is what I'm referring to here for anyone who's listening to
Yeah,
them.
someone just said the narrator of HP is great.
Jim
I'm
Dale
assuming that
is-
means Jim Dale, who was my favorite part of the book.
I'm pretty sure the British version of the books is narrated by, like, the British audiobooks are narrated by Stephen Fry, which is also awesome. I'm sure he did a great job, but I've only ever heard the Jim Dale version, and he is a beast. I think he technically holds the world record for the 5th book. Keep it going, Dave. I'm loving this. For
Dobby
the
looks
most different, the most distinct characters voiced in a single volume. It's like hundreds of characters. And I mean, obviously some of the voices are a little similar, but he does a really good job. So shout out to Jim Dale, and shout out to the audiobooks. If anyone's looking for something to get them through a long drive, I think we listened to the entire Chamber of Secrets audiobook on
From
one drive.
Austin to Austin.
From Memphis to Austin.
Memphis to Austin.
Yeah,
Austin to Austin.
What?
that would be worse.
Well, you're gonna do a list later, so you
Yeah.
can't answer about your favorite movie and book, correct?
No, I will rank the books. One of my hot takes.
It's a tease for later.
Yeah, I'll tease the hot take because I have a lot of opinions about the movies. Way too many opinions for a single show. But, and I'd love to hear your opinions too because I just really disagree with a lot of people with this. But, we'll get there. Let's play one more song and then.
Dave is scaring Dobby.
Yeah, Dobby is.
He's frightened.
He's
right
frightened.
now.
You know, John
You said-
Williams started as a flamenco guitarist, probably.
This sounds like the shit that would be played at Malfoy Manor, Dobby's old house.
The hottest club in town.
Okay. We're gonna do another song off that dumb EP that came out 9 years ago. Dumb.
Yeah.
The previous song is like a little bit cool and sophisticated. This one is literally about weed.
Dobby
And-
danced
Humble
to.
beginnings.
Humble beginning. This is the first song that Dave and I ever like jammed on. It was awesome. In like the band room at college. We snuck in. So we were bad.
Tried to use a looper at one point. Did not go that well.
Did not go well, but that's okay. Does Dobby like indie rock?
Dobby doesn't care about indie rock, but he fucking loves weed.
Dude.
He heard you and he
yes.
perked up, and now he's right in front of you begging.
Is he big?
He's begging.
Am I patting his
His
head?
eyes are green. He smokes so much weed.
Oh yeah, man. Dobby is
at him.
Dobby has the
Please.
highest tolerance of all my friends.
Please, sir, give me more weed.
Oh my god.
Give me a hit, please. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. This is what our life has become. Okay. Love it. It's okay, this song is not dumb. This song is really cool. It's called Key. It's about vaping before vaping was like a thing. 2010. Pre-vape. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2. Is this the tempo? Nice. Gotta be chill though.
I have a key. It unlocks a door. I pay attention when looking when looking for. Oh yeah, I do. Walk backward slowly. Pretend to commit a crime.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Deep breath. Thank you.
The sprout needs emojis to live.
Yes, indeed.
Emojis are the magic in our universe
Yeah.
because we don't have actual magic.
Not yet. Little Dave nearly froze to death today. It was like really sunny today in Chicago, but it was 40 degrees.
It was like deceivingly cold. I went outside in a t-shirt and it was
No,
crazy.
it was actually 40 degrees today. So,
Wow.
which for all you Celsius folk is pretty cold. It was like 5 degrees or
Let's
something.
just say Dubby wouldn't last very long in
Dobby
the
would
cold.
not. No, in his potato sack
Yeah,
outfit,
you
he
need
would.
something stronger than a
He
potato
needs a
sack.
bunch of. Well, eventually he had a lot of socks in his possession, and so I think
Oh,
if
yeah,
he layered
yeah.
those all over his arms and his
The
face.
scene where he was decked out, may I say, in
Yeah,
socks.
absolutely. And that brings us. This thing about Dobby makes me think about another person that I believe doesn't get talked about enough.
Wow.
Can you guess who she is in the chat, please? Let me know if you see the name I'm thinking of, Sean, because I know you know what I'm thinking. That's right, guys.
Wait, what are you guessing
Cho-cho.
about?
Winky.
Winky.
What?
Oh, Winky.
Winky the house elf was not in the fourth movie.
You were saying that like I was supposed to cue something. And
No.
I was so confused.
I was just testing you, Sean, and you
Who is
failed.
Winky?
Winky is
That's not a character.
she's in the fourth book.
You're
She's Barty
making this
Crouch's
up.
house elf, and she is
Bartholomew
a really
Crouch.
cool foil to Dobby, and she plays a huge part in like the crazy
She's a foil
labyrinth.
to
What?
Dobby?
Yes, she's very different from Dobby in that she
Wow.
enjoys her servitude. It's her entire identity, and
Is Dobby
when she is
in
let go,
love?
Dobby rejects his servitude. He doesn't
Wow.
want to be.
Okay.
He enjoys
hates
being
a
free.
servant. Okay.
Exactly, and
I
so
thought he loved his job.
he enjoys working at Hogwarts specifically because Dumbledore treats him with so much, gives him so much equity and pays him fairly and provides him with like a safe place to live. But most house elves don't really care. Like that's not a priority to them. Anyways, but Winky plays a really cool part in like the whole unraveling plot of the fourth book, Goblet of Fire. And she's not in the movie at all. And like that whole storyline was completely removed, which I get. It's a really long book. You can't make a movie that's 6 hours long and have it run in theaters. One of the biggest bummers about Harry Potter is I wish it was written like 10 years later, because I feel like if the books would have come out in the 2000s and late 2000s and 2010s, it would have been a TV show like how Game of Thrones is, instead of like a movie franchise. Because the
Yeah,
movie,
'cause-
like, format limits you so much.
It would have made shit up in the TV show, though.
I feel like J.K. Rowling could have done a good job with it, though. I don't know. Like, but maybe not, because I really don't like the new movies.
Well, you have
not
a
to be an
point, because
asshole.
they, like, split the last one into 2 parts. And, like,
Yeah.
why? I don't know.
It was weird. There were some questionable decisions made all around. But anyways, I just wanted to say my piece about Winky. I think she's a really interesting character who didn't make it into the movie or onto our
You've been named
stream.
vice president
Of-
of the Society for the Promotion of,
Of
Elfish.
Elfish
Wow.
Welfare.
Okay, that's a real thing. I thought that was a joke someone just made up.
Swain.
There's lots of
Have we
trivia
listened to the
floating around.
audiobooks twice or not?
I guess not.
Swain.
I mean, he's
Oh,
sounding
not
out
just
in the
some.
back.
We'll listen to him again. Don't worry. We'll catch up. Anyways, okay. So before we get to our brand new named segment, he who should not be named, we will go ahead and do this ranking if you guys are down.
Do I have a choice?
Now I feel like I'm forcing this on everyone. I think this is gonna be great.
Does the chat love it?
I don't even care.
The chat definitely wants a ranking.
I need to do
Here we
this
go.
for me.
We're ranking it.
Well,
I need to do
queuing
this
it
for
up.
me. I need to get this out there publicly. This will live on the internet forever. I want people to know my favorite Harry Potter books. Okay? And the movies, that's a separate discussion because they're trash.
Hot takes.
Okay. Now,
I quite enjoy.
let me tell you guys
a few of the
something.
movies.
Speaking of things that happen, I like how I heard that, John. I really like that song. Makes me feel like I'm in Diagon Alley all over again.
I've
Anyways.
been there to
And-
Diagon Alley.
Did you do the tour in London?
No. But I walked down the street. I have a bunch of pictures. I posted a picture on my Instagram, actually.
Nice.
What?
A long time ago.
Oh.
We never talked about this. I just realized until you said Diagon Alley.
Huh.
Sorry.
Okay. Damn, well, Swain's got some street cred I didn't know about over here. That's really cool. Damn, well, I wanted to tell you guys things that happened this week. Dave and I got our government checks, which is good. It's not, enough money for the rest of the summer, but it'll do for now.
Yeah, for our U.S. viewers.
What?
Is this a top 7 of your top
Of your
moments of the
current
week?
life.
No, the
Okay.
top 7, I'm segueing. With my government check, I made a splurge purchase online. So, I own all 7 of the Harry Potter books in hardback, but they're all at my parents' house in Kentucky. I hope, because if they're not there, then they're gone. But I only have the 5th book up here, which is one of my faves. We'll get there. And so, I want to reread them this year because why not? Why the fuck not? And so I got this little set of the paperback books, and I thought that would be a perfect way to rank them. So I want to consult my list. Are we ready? Top 7. And please let us know in the chat where you disagree and where you agree and what your top 7 is. Maybe at the end, because then we can compare. Okay, so let's do from least favorite to favorite. My least favorite. Okay. Harry Potter 2, Chamber of Secrets. You guys like this one?
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong.
I really
I like
that
the
one.
snake.
This, I mean, okay,
That's
let's
the
just...
right one, right?
Basilisk, yes.
Yes.
Let's just start off by saying, I love all of these books. So this is my least favorite of my favorite series. So, it has to be said. This book is the shortest of all the books. It kind of skates through some things, breezes through a few things. It gets a little boring in the middle. And, it's kind of, I don't know.
I don't know. I disagree. People are getting frozen left and right.
It is suspenseful for sure.
Tom Riddle, like, that shit.
The whole memory
bad.
thing, I mean,
The journal.
actually, that's an interesting thing. Reading this book, rereading it is kind of interesting because there's a lot of foreshadowing in the book that, like, the whole Horcrux thing is happening and we don't even know what's going on yet. So that's cool. But, this one just always falls a little bit flat for me. I find the first book is really, it's also new, and even though it's kind of written for a younger audience, it's just so novel and exciting that you're into it and it goes by really fast. And then the third book is where things kind of start getting a little bit more interesting, like as far as like stretching time and stuff. And this one always just kind of like, I don't know, dragged on a little bit for me.
A little bit. It's relatable.
But I still enjoy it, and Gilderoy Lockhart is pretty funny. I feel like there are a lot of people in our modern day and age who are up their own asses just as much as him. Anyways,
I think
so
that, if I just a quick
if you may,
comments.
sure.
I think number 2 is like the bottle episode of the series. Well, each one is.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like everything takes place in Hogwarts. Number 2.
That's true. I mean, well, except for the beginning.
Yeah, like the normal
They're all-
start point.
Yeah, it is very self-contained. You're right. I'll give you that. Okay. Number 6. Harry Potter 1. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I, again, will always love this book. It was a very special experience. I was able to get into the Harry Potter series because of this book. It was written for a 6th grader could read this and enjoy it and know what was going on and feel enticed to continue reading. So that was huge. So as far as like value to my life goes, this one's definitely up there. But if we're looking objectively at like plot and how well written it is and things like that, like if you read this book, I get that you don't want to get that into the details when you're just learning about a place and like a universe or whatever, but it flies by. Like whole months go by and she doesn't talk about anything that happened. I mean, I get it, like maybe it's just they're just at school. It's literally like mundane and not worth talking about, but And the end is just always a little bit fast. Like they get down to the like underground, whatever it is, like where the stone is, and it's like 30 pages, the whole thing, and then all of a sudden the book ends. It's really fast.
I think. Well, was it?
I don't know.
Because it was like a purposeful setup for a sequel. Like you're right about that ending. Yeah.
I don't know how it was when she wrote it, if she immediately started the next book or what.
Mm-hmm.
But and I get it. It's her first novel. Like she's a young writer. She's
what happens at this.
I don't know if it was longer and they edited it down. I have no idea. But
how does
first
chat,
book it always leaves a little bit.
How does chat feel about these first two choices?
You got some agreements. Someone said, I also think number 2 is the worst, which is what you said. So that's an agreement.
I will say, though, I feel like the first 2 movies are up there for me.
A lot of people are saying they've only seen the movies.
Okay, yeah. I think the first 2, the one thing I'll say is the first 2 books and the movies are like very similar. I mean, obviously these books are really short, and so you're able to kind of include everything.
I'm going to do a quick size comparison.
I mean, if you look at the fucking thing, this is the biggest one, number 5, and then this is the shortest one, number 2. But the thing that's fucked up is this movie, number 5, is like barely longer than number 2. So like, and the other fucked up thing is they added things into the later movies that didn't happen in the books. And so they used time that could have been dedicated to really cool like plot points or characters in the books and just didn't do that and put in other stuff that was stupid and
what
took
do
away
you
from the plot.
What do you think about this? Someone said that the second movie is the best movie.
I agree.
Which is that kind of what you're saying, Dave, too?
Well, yeah, but yes, I agree, but I also really like the second book. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the second book's my favorite. I just like the imagery of the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, the imagery is that's like this big snake and stuff like that, which is why I think, because I saw the movies first before we listened to the audiobooks, that I had like a more connection
like
to the
a
snake,
reference
you know?
point.
Yeah.
Totally. And they knocked it out of the park, like the ending scene where Harry's fighting the basilisk. In the movie, it's so sick. And like, so I was going to say the second movie's my favorite movie. Trust me, I was going to say this. The second movie's my favorite movie, but least favorite book.
Wow.
Ain't that the way it goes?
We're getting a lot of joke titles in the chat too.
Harry Potter and the what.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
What do you want?
But it reminded me that I interviewed this guy once who wrote Harry Potter spoof books that were they were like marijuana jokes. So the whole, and it was like it was this dude he lived in Vancouver, and it was
Harry
like
Pothead.
he was like one of the top activists for like marijuana in the whole like province of British Columbia and stuff like that. But he had all these books, and I should show you some of the titles. I should have showed you before, but they're pretty funny. There's like all these illustrations and stuff too.
Is that but Harry Pothead?
Yeah, and the sorcerer who got like too
Stoned.
stoned
Yeah,
or something.
that's
It's
good.
that guy, yeah.
Okay,
It's really
so
funny.
that reminds me, it must be mentioned.
Is this part of your top 7?
Kinda, 2 very important spin-offs of Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter 2, the second book, inspired one of the best songs ever by Harry and the Potters. I don't remember the title, but it's We Gotta Save Ginny Weasley from the Basilisk. Great song. We met someone from that band last year on tour in Lawrence, Kansas. He was doing sound at our show, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was in a band." I don't remember how this came up, and I was like, "What band? Harry and the Potters?" Oh my fucking god! I saw you guys when I was 13 at like the community center.
That's so crazy.
It's so sick. So anyway, so if it weren't for book 2, we wouldn't have that amazing song by Harry and the Potters. So gotta shout it out. Also, Wizard People Dear Reader by Brad Neely is one of that's for the first movie. And if you've never seen this, guys, please watch it. I think it'll make you laugh out loud. It's so funny.
Someone said, I'm asking you this to fact check this.
Yeah.
Someone said the movies go downhill after Chris Columbus left. Is that the name of an actor?
That's a director from the first 2
director
movies.
is
He directed
Chris
The Goonies.
Columbus?
He directed The
Wow,
Goonies
I
and
did not know about this
Ventures in
person.
Babysitting and
That's
other such movies. But
insane.
they definitely change. I have a soft spot in my heart for the third movie, which Alfonso Cuarón directed, who did Gravity and Roma and all these amazing movies. just because it's such like a statement. It is very different from the other two movies, but still very tasteful and just kind of like expanded the set in a really cool way.
The universe.
But like the physical location, like Hogwarts itself wasn't just on like a flat lawn. It was like very much like on a mountain, and there were gradients.
Like this?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, exactly. But then after that, I think the movies really go downhill because they get really dark, like color-wise. It's hard to see, and the acting gets worse.
There's a question
Please.
that I think you will enjoy. Do you think Luna and Harry should have ended up together?
No.
Wow.
I honestly don't see Harry in a romantic, like, I can't imagine, even him with Ginny never really made sense to me. He just doesn't seem like a guy who would care. Like, I get that he like had a crush on Cho Chang, whatever,
You
but
think he is his father?
maybe, I don't know. I get, it kind of made too much sense with Ginny because it is like his parents, I guess. Like, she's like fiery and literally like a redhead, whatever, but I don't know. I think Luna's too good for Harry. She's a badass. She don't need no man. Although she got Neville, and he's also badass.
We got some Team Cho members in the chat. That was Harry's other love interest, right?
Yes.
I remember that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Cho's badass. I like that she's like into Quidditch.
Cho is too good for Harry, someone said.
I
Is that
agree.
true?
Harry's
kind of an asshole sometimes, right?
I feel for
Although
Harry.
he kind of has some
he's had an awful
reasons.
life. Yeah.
Whatever.
Lost
He's a complicated person, but I will say the scene where they kiss in the 5th movie is quite possibly the most upsetting film moment I've ever seen.
Upsetting? Why?
It is painfully
Oh, does it
disappointing.
not happen in the book?
No, it happens, but they like kiss as if they've never kissed. Like, and I get that it's like, oh, they're
they're
teens.
like-
Well, that-
It's awkward, but it's like, no, they should have done another take. Like, it looks really fucking bad. I get that they're trying to portray like teenage, like innocence, whatever. But
I mean, that was
gonna
Harry's
stop
first
you.
kiss.
guys,
You remember?
please back me up in the
No
chat.
one is gonna back you up.
It
on
is
this,
painful.
You little freak.
I can't handle watching it. I just hate the 5th movie, like more than anything. So I'm not going to apologize for that. Okay, we got to continue with the top 7, guys, because we're only 2 in, and I want to get to our next segment. It's important. So this one's going to be controversial, guys, but my next on the list, number 5, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Number 6. I will tell you that one of my biggest pet peeves about storytelling is when the entire plot is just advanced based on like a single lie. That really annoys me. I don't know if I think it's because it's lazy, like as far as like a way to tell a story, but also I guess I'm just like, I'm a fairly honest person. I value honesty, and it frustrates me when a character keeps up a lie for that long. But it's not like a interesting lie. It's just like a bald-faced lie. I don't know. And on the one hand, it's good to be frustrated. It's good to like have emotion when you're reading a book. But this one just is really repetitive to me. And the movie just kind of hammered home. If you see the movie, they really hammered the idea of like, oh, they're having sex now. It's like hormones.
Multiple people said the 5th movie is like so bad.
The 5th movie is truly awful. And I
One
think the
person
6th
said
movie is up there.
5th movie is painful. Another person said, God, the 5th movie is such a disgrace to the books.
I would agree. I would completely agree. And I honestly think the 6th movie is pretty bad too. There's a lot of really cool I don't know. I don't think they did the beginning or the end of the book justice.
Yeah, they went like super CGI heavy at the end.
I will say it's hard for me to put this book so low because I have such vivid memories of getting this in person when I was like 12 years old or whatever, or I don't know, 14, however old I was. I remember it was pouring down rain. My dad drove me to Barnes & Noble and got it and read it all
That
in one
was,
day.
like,
But the
point.
end was amazing, and I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but this is the one that kind of got... This was right when the internet, I feel like, was kind of becoming a thing,
Yeah,
and it got
people were
spoiled
spoiling
really
it,
bad because it's such a... It's
shouting it out in front of borders.
it's like a 3-word sentence you can yell, and people know what happens at the end. So it's... but that ending is fucking awesome, and so I love this book because of that. I just hate how repetitious it feels. Repetitive. Anyways, but shouts out because Slughorn's a really funny character too.
Yes. I do like
Okay,
Slughorn.
next. Great name. Number 4 is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Who saw that
Number 4 is
coming?
number 4.
I didn't even realize that until I just said it.
Wow.
This book,
You're scaring Dobby, Dave.
this book and Half-Blood Prince used to be switched in my rankings, but as I was thinking about it again today, this book is really cool. Like, it's the first of the series that starts out in a different way. Like, the first 3 books all start out in Privet Drive, in Harry's, like, mundane, very starkly non-magic life. But this one starts out in this, you have no context for where you are. There's, like, a character that you've never met. It's kind of like you're watching from afar, in passing almost. It's very strange. And it's freaky. It's kind of scary. It ends with someone being killed immediately.
I forgot.
Which kind of
how
starts
this
a
one
trend.
starts.
It starts with Wormtail, as I said today on
Oh yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
OG
yeah,
Rat
I
Boy.
remember. Like the Voller. He who must not be named.
So they're like shacking up, like trespassing. Not shacking up, Jesus. They're like,
What's up with you, Julia?
I'm sorry.
These are teenagers.
No, they're not. It's an old man and a wisp of an old man. So they're like trespassing and illegally squatting at Tom Riddle's grandpa's house, I think. But anyways, they kill like the gardener.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
But and the end of this book is terrifying. Like, as a child reading this is the one where Cedric Diggory gets murdered in cold blood for no reason.
Yeah, I think this is like the point where they're trying to like censor it.
And they like take Harry's blood as like a sacrifice, and Voldemort literally like regains his body and like emerges out of the cauldron. It's fucking scary, man. And the movie, that they did a pretty good job, but like I picture it in my head. And it is like the scariest thing. If you really think about it, it's really scary.
With like the flashbacks of the tiny demon baby Voldemort.
No, that's the last movie.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
But it's a similar thing where they like throw the baby in the pot and then he like becomes a man. Wait. I'm Voldemort.
Yes,
Wait.
you know what? That's very
Anyway,
metal.
I used to think like, oh, this one's too like plot heavy. There's not as much like character development. There's not as much like emotion. But I really like it. It's fun to reread because and this is the one with Winky, as I was talking about. I love the Quidditch World Cup. I love made-up sports. It's so great.
Yeah, this one's...
I love seeing all the different
like a
people from different
competition.
countries. It makes you think of, oh, what would like an American Hogwarts be like? What would, Australian Hogwarts?
Standing the
Kenyan
lore.
Hogwarts. Yeah, like it just, expands the universe. I really like that. And I love the Barty Crouch stuff. And Dobby's in this book too, so that's great. I love
Oh,
Dobby.
when does Hagrid get his girlfriend again?
In this book.
Maxine?
And Rita Skeeter. I love it all. Like, there's so many fun, there's just lots of stuff that happens. It's a good book. Okay.
I will not tell lies.
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Top half. Okay. Number 3. Oh, God, I did it again. Number 3
Wow.
is number 3. Prisoner of Azkaban. I love this book so much. She does such a good job with the backstory. The whole time traveling thing at the end is like reading the best jigsaw puzzle you could ever create. I love rereading this book.
What's that pot called?
What?
The pot of memories?
Pensive.
Pensive. Is that where this shows up?
No, that's later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's later. But this is where you meet Lupin.
Yeah.
And this is where you start to learn. Harry starts to learn a lot about his dad, and this is the one where Dementors show up.
Yeah.
The most scary villain ever. J.K. Rowling's, dude. They suck out your happiness. They represent fear.
That is the saddest thing I've ever
It's
read.
gnarly. Like, J.K. Rowling's really good at creating villains. It's not even a villain. It's just like a void that follows you around. It's nuts.
It's
But
pretty cool.
It's
The
pretty cool.
coolest- Have you played Silent Hill? Pyramid Head guy?
You're right. Maybe not the coolest, but of the series, some of the coolest villains. And,
True. And they guard the prison.
yeah. The whole Sirius Black thing's really cool. I think I like this one for 2 reasons. This one feels really, like, self-contained to me. Like, if anyone were going to start, we're just going to read one book from the series, I would probably suggest this one. It feels very much like it stands on its own. And also, Voldemort's, like, not really in this book, which I think is really cool, that she was able to create something that's, like, a pivotal, like,
Backstory.
crucial part of the series, but that, like, yeah, this book is pretty much all backstory.
It's
But
like,
it's
Harry, you
it's
have no
serious.
relatives. Actually, wait, you have a relative.
But it's cool because it's like he thinks it's his greatest enemy, but it turns out it's his greatest ally.
It's a plot twist.
big twist. So love this book. I'll always love this one. And like I said, I think the movie is pretty cool too, for what it is. Okay, guys, here we go. We're almost done. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Like I said, I'm glad this is going to live on the internet forever because I gotta say this.
Wow.
This book is unbelievable. I will never forget buying this. I think it was July 21st, 2007 when this book came out. I'm pretty sure that was the date. And I think I was a freshman. I had just finished my freshman year of high school. And waited in line in Barnes & Noble. It was the kind of thing where it was such a long line, they split it up exactly halfway through or, around halfway through. And I was the first person in the next line, which they moved us all to the music section of Barnes & Noble. And we got our books first. So I was the first person in the whole store to get my book. And I was walking out and someone was like, "What's the first word?" And I was like, "The."
Is that the first word?
Yes. It was great. So anyways, this book was probably my favorite reading experience I've had in my life. If you're going to talk about a bottle episode, I know a bottle episode refers to the characters being in one place for the entire duration, which is the opposite of this because they're on the run. But I just love how there's so many, there's vignettes in the plot, where they just have to keep moving. It's really a joy to read. This does not drag at all. And I honestly didn't know what the last book was going to be like. I feel like very little of it was leaked. I guess you could assume they were on the run because Harry said that was his plan.
That's when they started transporting the books in armored cars.
Yeah, man. I don't think I've had an experience since this book came out of being so satisfied with the end of something. This is a great ending to the series. It was all I wanted. It was a happy ending with some, sadness, obviously, and some loss. But, and I'm excited to reread this because I think this is, very relatable as they're kind of growing older. And, they gotta make some big decisions. So, I love this shit so much. I feel like I didn't really talk about that enough, but that last book is amazing. And my favorite book of all.
Wow, this is number one?
Process of Elimination.
Whoa!
This bad boy.
Wow.
This hunk of junk.
Which one is that?
Harry Potter 5. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Wow.
Yes. This book is fucked up. I love it. So Harry is going through severe, traumatic PTSD in this book from having seen Cedric Diggory be murdered in cold blood for no reason. And on top of that, there's government insurrection, basically a shadow government infiltrating their democracy or whatever it is, and planting the seeds of racism all around. And no one believes him that this is happening. He's being gaslighted left and right. There's literally a government plant at the school abusing him on a daily basis. It is the weight. Yeah, exactly. It will not tell lies. So, I don't know. I love to think about this, and I've said this a lot before. So it's my one theory, but not theory, just observation. The weight of his his psychological stress that he's under, the weight of that. I feel like the book is such a perfect physical manifestation of that. It's huge. Look how big this book is. It is.
It's almost as big as Hagrid.
It's almost as big as Hagrid. This thing would take up a lot of real estate in Hagrid's hut. Let's be honest, okay?
Depends which Hagrid. Big Hagrid?
Big Hagrid.
Or little Hagrid?
Where is he?
He's in the corner.
Yeah. He's a big boy. So if Hagrid's this big, that's a big book. So, I've tweeted about how this is an emo book. I love how much we go into Harry's interiority, and you could say he's whining, you could say he's hormonal, emotional. This man is fucking depressed, and he's growing up, and he has very little support. And there's a lot of plot, but there's also a lot of kind of diving in. He's being possessed, and you get to see a lot of his mind and his soul. And I really, really respect. I love it. I love, love, love it. That's why this is the only hardback book that I brought with me, because I can go back to it and it pisses me off. But I think I love reading about his
That's the only one.
his
you have
internal
upstairs.
journey. What?
That's the only one you brought here.
Yeah, the rest are in Kentucky. They're heavy. Don't have that much room. But anyways, the movie sucks, as we've talked about, but this is my favorite book, and I'm really excited to reread them. And thank you guys so much for sitting through the top 7 segment. This has been very, very fun for me. And I apologize to anyone in the chat, anyone watching who has never read or seen Harry Potter. I probably gave away a lot of stuff, or you probably left a long time ago because you don't give a fuck about this. But it's something I needed to do for myself.
People are on the edge of their seat.
Sick.
Do you want me to read some of the comments?
Yes, please.
All right.
I need to know.
Well, first of all, would you please put those books back in order? It's
Are they not in
driving the
order?
chat wild.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Good call. Thank you. Sorry. It's a new box set. Not used to it.
Wow. But people in the chat are saying they love it. They love the list.
Thanks. I think it changes. Something I want to talk about really quick before we transition is houses. Sean, what house are you? What house do you think you are?
Oh, house.
Like Hogwarts house.
Hagrid's house.
Slytherin.
It's hot.
You think you're Slytherin?
I don't know.
You think you're Slytherin?
I think
Definitely-
Sean leans Slytherin.
I
What
can see
else?
it.
What else would I be?
To be honest,
You always say I'm Hufflepuff?
I could see you as Hufflepuff, but I could also see you as
No
Gryffindor.
stuffed animal?
TBH. Dude,
Not a claw
Hufflepuff's,
machine?
Hufflepuff's a cool house as well.
Pick it out of a claw machine?
Yeah, those are Hufflepuffs. They're all those little
Hey,
stuffed
Sean, I
animals. and
want you to
claw
do me a
machine.
favor. I loaded
Just
a
toy
very
around with-
old picture of me.
Yeah.
Show that to the chat, please.
I wanted to. Someone said that they went to a. I forget. It's too far back in the chat now, but it was like a book party or like a release party or something or some sort of competition, and they dressed up as platform.
9 3/4.
Yes.
Oh.
What
But
do
then-
you dress
Just
up?
have
That's
half-
what
half the
everyone in the
parts
chat
sticking out
asked,
of
and there
you?
was no answer that I
Whoa.
saw. So I
That's
don't know.
awesome.
But
I love creative costumes and stuff.
But here, let me find.
Hold
your
on, before you
costume.
show that, Sean,
Sure.
I want to give a little context. Harry Potter parties are really fun, and you can get really creative with them. So,
For people who love Harry Potter.
summer after senior year, my friends and I hosted a Harry Potter
Oh,
party.
the person is finding a picture of
Please,
their
yes. I don't
9
know how.
3/4. That would be so cool.
Somehow
to see that.
show us a picture. Tweet it at us, please. I would really love to see that. But we did this really fun party where everyone who came was assigned a character. So you like had a costume you had to like dress up as that character. And we made everyone wands. You can like DIY them with like paint and paper.
Well, for instance.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But we made them all, and it was really fun. And we did a ceremony where we gave them out. And my character was Ollivander. So can you show the picture eventually, Sean?
Oh, yes.
This picture is me as Ollivander.
Expelliarmus.
There I am.
Half a phoenix tail. 2 drops of
Very-
unicorn blood.
Very interesting. Great. Terrible. But great.
Terrible. Excellent.
So that was awesome. I want to mention 2 cool things that we did that you should steal these ideas and have a Harry Potter party of your own. I don't care how long it's been since these books came out. Do it now.
Mix
So
butter and beer.
you can do a sorting ceremony where you sort people into different houses by getting a walkie-talkie and taping it to the inside of a witch's hat and then going in the other room and like talking into it. Hilarious. Really funny. Then the other fun thing that we did was we did a scavenger hunt. It was like a Horcrux scavenger hunt where the one that I really remember was we had these plastic lockets that we found. I don't know where we got them, but we casted them in green jello. And so each of the house teams had to do the scavenger hunt, and when you got to that part, you had to like eat all of the jello to get to your locket. So it was like Dumbledore eating that potion. But it was such a large quantity of green jello that everyone like was feeling nauseous. So it was kind of perfect because it was like the book where Dumbledore was like, "Kill me," like dying.
Harry, make it stop.
Kill me. That part's so gnarly, but anyways, great times. So yeah, Harry Potter parties are fun. So, but in that picture, as you might notice, I'm wearing a Hufflepuff tie.
Wow.
So I used to be a Hufflepuff. Maybe I still am. I don't know. I also feel like a Ravenclaw. I am reading Wikipedia all the time, and I love school.
Wait, I think I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna go to the picture that Abacus shared, who is the username is Abacus Finch, which sounds like a Harry Potter name to me.
No, that's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, okay.
Atticus Finch.
What
So
do I
Sean,
know?
move the OBS
But
screen up.
I'm gonna go to special guest. That'll go to that.
Yeah, but it'll be. We'll forget about taste. But creativity and presentation, A+. You have not been chopped. You're on to the next round. I love that. Wow. You guys, I'm in awe of you guys. So Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Dave is hard and fast Ravenclaw, I would say. That's my assessment of you.
I think I'm Ravenclaw, but I lean a little bit. I lean a little bit Slytherin. I think you lean Gryffindor.
I identify with Professor McGonagall a lot. She's probably my favorite, top 3 favorite characters in the series. So I would like to be in Gryffindor because of that. But I also really like Ravenclaw. And I like Hufflepuff too. I don't know.
Do you think they expanded enough on the other houses in the series?
No, that's one of the biggest issues with the Harry Potter books, is that Gryffindor is the good guys and Slytherin's the bad guys. It doesn't... I get, there were a couple, like, Zachariah Smith was, like, a villain in Hufflepuff, whatever, but it was frustrating. There's a lot of, like...
Who the heck that is?
Yeah, he's a minor character, and there's a lot of, like, red versus green, like, good versus bad. I mean, obviously, she does a lot with, like, Snape is very much, like, a gray character. It's not black and white. Like, he's in the middle.
I mean...
Very complicated. Dumbledore.
Not initially.
Same thing. Used to be best friends with like a fucking fascist dictator. But yeah, Slytherin gets a bad rap, and we have a lot of Slytherin friends who anyways, okay, so it's time to transition now into our brand new, newly named segment that I am so excited about. We're gonna switch places here for a bit.
I lost it.
Do you want to put on that song, Sean, the Diagon Alley song while we switch? I'm gonna come mod, you guys. Be nice to me. I don't know what I'm doing over there. I don't know how to type on Dave's shitty keyboard.
Lenovo.
Fuck
You've been warned.
Lenovo.
Wait, do I play? Oh, no, I'm gonna play it.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna... No. Yeah, I guess I'll be conducting your interview today.
All right, guys.
Wow.
Am I on? Check, check.
Oh, I might have turned your mic down.
Here we go.
I usually turn the mic down. Hello.
Hold on.
I
Here
wore
we
my
are.
favorite T-shirt for this event.
You look great. All right, so this new
It's
segment,
a
guys.
Chicago Bulls logo mixed with a Batman character,
Bane?
for some reason. For no reason, it's not explained.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
put on
here
my
we
Sunday's
are.
best.
We're in the Gryffindor common
Friday's
room,
best.
and do you guys want to introduce the name of this new segment?
What?
Do you want to? Do you want to say what this new segment is called?
Screen time. It's screen time.
Oh wait, no. Where is it?
This is just.
Oh fuck, we didn't load it into this. Guys.
I thought it worked.
Here, no, I'll do it really quick. I'm gonna get it here.
No, I already played the title. It's
This is
fine.
No, I got it.
This is
Boom!
Time with Sean
Screen
slash
time. All right, guys, this is your daily screen time.
Hello. Wow. We're gonna, I guess, play some songs.
Yeah. If just wanna get out of my face already.
Tell people how
Wow,
you're
what the
Tell people how you're doing,
hell?
Sean.
I was doing fine before Dave just
doing. Also,
bashed me right there.
I'm just gonna put this out
Thing
there.
with Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw.
What
You-
I'm
you
Hufflepuff?
promised-
I'm not Hufflepuff.
You promised Twitter a mini rant, Sean, so that better be coming.
I don't. There's some stuff to fix. We all know that. That's all I got to say about society.
Well, yeah, we got. I mean, the house.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
have a ants.
Oh yeah, our house is being overrun with mini ants. And
It's really annoying.
yeah, I'm not having it, to be honest. They're coming after our food
Like,
now. They're
coming
in our
from the
kitchen. They're starting to get into our different food cabinets.
It's like
I
every
I had to
dog-
play
Flour.
defense while cooking dinner earlier.
On
And it,
Rocket League?
no, on human versus ant.
Oh.
It wasn't. It was a territory fight while I was cooking. It was bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot to focus on.
We
Very stressful.
we did a lot of patching.
Yeah, Dave and I went and
Speckled.
got some spackle or putty, I guess, or
Mhm.
no, it was like wall spackle.
Yeah, it's more like plaster.
We had ourselves a Dadder Day, which is a dad Saturday where you do tasks around the house. It's great.
Dadder
One
days.
weekend I swept the garage. I don't know why. Been in there 3 times this whole time we've lived in this house. Swept the garage.
It would be sick to have a workbench in the garage.
That would be dope. I don't know what I would just hammer some stuff so sparks go.
You would get an anvil.
Yeah. Oh no. Yes, I'd get an anvil.
More on that later.
It's Friday, guys. Have your
TGIF.
yeah.
What's that?
Well, tomorrow is Dadder Day then.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's your next Dadder
We're
Day.
preparing. We're gonna get an early night's sleep and go back at it with the ants tomorrow.
Sick. Have you
yeah.
been playing music?
No, not at all.
Well,
Haven't
now
been
you
playing
are.
music.
I
This is
heard
the
you jamming yesterday.
yeah. Yesterday I picked up a guitar for like 10 minutes and then I put it away. Played Rocket League instead. No, I was on the phone. That's not true. I barely played Rocket League yesterday. But yeah, so we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna play 2 Jupiter style songs. And we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any questions or comments that Dave and I can address. If there's any heated Ratboys issues.
Indie Monster said get gel baits. So you
Get
should
what?
write that down for the ants. Gel baits.
Gel baits.
Gel, like
Gel, G-E-L.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
we got
tarot ones?
Yeah, we got those little baits.
Okay, people are. Mike P gave us some salt
Oh.
emojis to scare the
Wow.
ants away.
Well, salt.
Thank you, Mike.
Salt won't scare an ant.
It'll
No.
scare it.
It'll attract an ant.
You need a diatomaceous earth.
All right.
It's a bunch of diatom
All right.
shells. It's like a powder. It's
This sounds
Trust
like
me.
something Mike P at NASA deals
it's like barbed wire for ants.
with. Okay, that sounds crazy. Let's do that.
All right.
Tomorrow we'll get a
Diatomaceous?
diatomaceous.
Yes.
We'll do an ant
yeah.
update at the
Yeah.
end of the weekend.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We're gonna play 2 songs off a record called Ultra Saint Opera, released last year. I didn't know what songs to play because we've played a few on here before, but I thought it's Mother's Day coming up,
Woo!
right? Sunday,
Yes.
Monday, Sunday.
Yes. Sunday.
And this is a song partially about my grandma. So
Wait,
happy Mother's Day to my
What's this
grandma and to my mom.
Orbiter?
Yeah, Orbiter. There's a song called Orbiter. Tell me everything that you know. I want rejected. Sounds like shit. I admit it. I hope a part of me won't grow, so I'm still yours, and I can be yours. Where we have to go. It sounds like shit. I admit it. I hope a part of me will grow, so I'm still yours, and I can be yours. Thanks. Let me get some spells in the chat.
Yes, please give us your best spells. Good job, spells.
Do you have your wand?
Oh. Do you have a wand, Julia?
Wands up. No. I wish. I haven't been to the Olavendas.
So Claire, our friend Claire, and Evan, our friend Evan, who has played drums in Ratboys, I think they're watching, and they were in the chat, and they said, does the wizard pick the wand, or does the wand pick the wizard? And I forgot what that meant, and I just started laughing when I saw it in the chat, and I just remembered that it's like, that was a contentious part of the book.
That was
And I just like didn't grasp it at first and was making fun of it, and then it became a joke on tour.
That's like
And
a
I
core
remember the
part
joke
of
now.
us understanding the book. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the wizard picks the wand.
I am
No.
still not clear on this action.
The wand picks the wizard. Harry, or else Harry would have picked a different wand.
But
'cause-
don't they go to a wand shop?
Yeah, but
So the wizards are going to pick it.
yeah,
it's
but
like
the wand
Ollivander.
they try a bunch of different wands until one kind of picks them.
So it's kind of a two-way
But
street.
the wand is picked by a different wizard.
That's the thing is,
He
I think in the book
selects-
it's sorry, you can go.
He
ahead.
selects one for you to try, but
Okay.
then the one that is yours is predetermined.
Oh, so he just has a hunch.
Yes, exactly. And Harry got lucky that his wand chose him because it pretty much saved his life on multiple occasions.
Oh.
True.
Oh,
I'm unicorn.
But they
tail.
this process can't happen outside of the wand shop, can it? Has that been established in the book? 'Cause the
you gotta go
wizards-
to the wand shop.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. Why it's a two-way street.
Yeah, you gotta go to the fucking wand shop. with another freaking
Cool.
tune, please.
I think this will probably be the last song we play, and it's called Haunted. I'm haunted by the recap. Everybody's a blur to me. I'm one step from the mental rehab. Ain't nobody's gonna hear from me. And I won't ever be anything else. I won't ever be anything else. I won't ever be anything else. I won't ever be anything. 2,000 fucking friends now, and ain't no one wanna hear from me. Feels like it's fucking dead out. There's so much space yet I can hardly breathe. I won't ever be anything else. I don't wanna be anything else. I won't ever be anything else. I don't wanna be Wow, I have not sung in a while either.
Went
sound
off the
great.
rails
Wow.
with that.
You sound great.
Thanks
love
for
this.
having me on the show.
I feel like we didn't really
I
get
think
to.
your
We didn't really
segment's
talk
now.
to you enough,
We
Sean.
could chat more.
Please chat. If anyone has any cues for Sean, please
Yeah, I don't know
Drop
what.
'em
please
Uh,
drop them in the chat now.
We
I'll,
need that fast-paced mod
this will be like
action.
a tarot card reading.
This
You come
man-
to me with questions on anything.
This
And
man
I'll
speaks
answer
to
it.
many people
Hello.
every week. He has much information to
Wow.
share with
Everybody-
us.
So
Drop
Lil
Sean's
Dave's gonna
phone
be on the
numbers.
show tomorrow.
Yes.
And how has Ben taking care of him? Been going?
Sean, you're a journalist. We're asking you the questions.
I'm asking Dave about Lil
Oh my
Dave.
God.
I need to know before tomorrow's update.
Okay.
Oh,
Ask and then I
mean,
got some questions for
If
you.
you have never owned a plant before,
This is useful
you
information.
should get a seed and plant a plant,
Oh.
or just buy a plant in the store.
I have fake plants because we're usually gone on tour in the normal world,
As opposed
in the normal. But so I usually I have fake vines that I ordered on the internet.
But
Like the
also-
Wrigley Field ivy,
Yeah.
but fake and on your
well,
ceiling.
I mean, yeah, and I used this is a good trick for anyone doing home renovation hour with me, your host, Screen.
So what do we got here?
You need to what I did was I got hooks that twist into the wall.
Into the ceiling.
Yes, ceiling, wall, whatever. And then I got bamboo sticks. And so I put the bamboo sticks in the hooks that are on the wall. So there's just a hanging row of bamboo sticks. And then I put the vines in between them. And
So
it's
it's
very
like
great.
a
It feels
pergola.
like I'm in a little cabana. It's great.
Cabana.
All right, I got a couple questions for you here, Sean. What are your thoughts on the Bulls doc so far?
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe that's why I subconsciously wore this shirt today. I'm also out of laundry, but I'm loving it so far. It's great. We just talked to our friend Chris yesterday about this, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of the stuff I didn't remember because I was growing up in the 90s, so you don't remember a lot of stuff from when you're a little baby. I remember
Just like
game
Harry
6 against the Jazz. I have a vivid memory of that and fireworks afterwards and stuff, but like the first three-peat I have no memory of, which is what we were privately talking about yesterday, just about like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
just,
I was probably like 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
we
you
weren't
don't have.
born for a lot of it.
Yeah, true. That's true too. Because I was like, when I was watching the doc again, I was just like, I didn't not remember that they played the Lakers in the first championship and stuff like that. But it's really cool to see how big of a cultural icon he is, and especially growing up in Chicago, how much it kind of informed your understanding of what culture was and stuff like that. Like he is, I don't know, it's cool. He's like a god figure. It's really cool to see the behind the scene clips of like Larry Bird or Magic Johnson come into a locker room, or even Jerry Seinfeld came into the locker room at the end of the 5th episode, which I just watched. And they're like fawning over him. Like he is a celebrity to them, and they are like some of the biggest celebrities in the world. So it's really cool to see that he is like, the doc is really setting up that he is truly culturally like a god among gods, and it's really sick.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus asked you, Sean, what's the worst meal you ever ate?
Oh no.
Is that a loaded
Maybe
question?
Earlier when I was fighting off ants.
Oh no.
No, I don't know if that's a
That was
loaded
awful.
question. Marcus and I'm gonna switch
Worst
the.
meal what
I'm
was
switching
like-
the question
Taste
to
the worst?
what's your most memorable meal with Marcus?
Ah, amazing.
AKA the
We've
worst.
had lots of them, the 4 of us. But specifically one time before a show, me and Marcus went to this hot dog place, and it was really sick. And I don't know why it sticks out in my memory so much. I think it was in like North Carolina. We were playing with Soccer Mommy. Maybe because I'm listening to a lot of Soccer Mommy. Go check out that new record. It's so good.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, it was like a hot dog place down the street from the venue in Raleigh or wherever we played in North Carolina. And
Yum.
we just had a very nice, just hanging out moment. It was great. We went
Aw.
for a little walk. We went back. It was great.
So wait, but that's a good thing. He's
Yeah, I
asking you
know.
about bad food.
Well, I flipped the script.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Bad food, probably like 90% of my meals. I have had Pop-Tarts for breakfast like every day this whole quarantine.
Okay.
That's not good for
They're
my
enriched
insides.
with minerals and
Gotta
vitamins.
get
I get the
that.
ones with the fruit in them.
That's
Oh my god.
what I crave.
Someone is asking you, how do you keep your hair so short?
What?
Have you been cutting your own hair? People
I-
want to know.
Oh no. I was worried about coming on camera because I cut my own hair sometimes, a lot of times, and I screwed up and I haven't fixed it and it looks really goofy now that it's growing in.
You look fine. You look
So
good.
maybe someone's making fun of me. There's like
No.
a little like this is like so long back here on this one spot. I
Sean, it looks
got
fine.
this spot so short.
Oh, that's just a
Just looks
touch-up.
goofy.
I think he looks good.
Thanks.
Let us know in the chat. I think they're gonna agree.
Wow.
People are giving lots of hot dog
Eventually we
emojis
can
for
Thank
your
you.
hot dog story. So thank you.
Wow.
Hot dogs.
Keep those coming, please.
Wow.
Joe says you look like an idiot, Sean. So Joe, good riddance, Joe. Get out of here.
Back with the trash.
We don't need you.
Wow.
That's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Love it. Okay, so do you guys want
Is
to
that-
tease? Should we announce our special guest for tomorrow to get people excited about tomorrow and entice you guys to tune back in? Because I know tonight was a bit of a, you know, like.
Spit it out. I'm not a good guest. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm referring to the Harry Potter thing. I kind of, you know,
No, the Harry
force
Potter thing
that
was great.
down your throats.
Dobby was dancing.
Oh yeah.
He was doing the
He's like,
the dubby
he's
dip.
got the shoulders.
I don't know.
punch.
Come up with a dance name for
very
Dobby's
self-indulgent,
dance in
yes.
the chat, please.
Fillmore Drive 17. Yes, very
Yes.
self-indulgent. But
Wow.
the dubby dip.
Oh, the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, but tomorrow
The
we're gonna
dubby
have a guest on here who
Let's
we're
just
all-
say it's a new guest.
Let's just
They're
say
new.
new. They're from a new place,
Yeah, a new place. A new country, perhaps.
perhaps.
Hmm.
So
Same world, though.
can you guys guess? Let's see what the chat's gonna. It's not Elon Musk.
Wow.
It's not Gru. It's not Emma Watson.
Is Elon Musk married to Gru?
Maybe.
Yeah, but you know his baby's name, right?
I just want to say this to you guys.
XXI.
I have seen so many hilarious jokes about Grimes' baby
This
on
is
Twitter.
true.
I laugh my ass off. Twitter in the morning is so bleak, and then Twitter at night is like the funniest place
It's
you've
your
ever been in your
perspective.
life.
Julia made me pause what I was watching on TV so she could show me
Dude,
a run through of all the
people are
Grimes baby names
on it
are
with
great.
these jokes. It was so funny. Like today I saw a video of someone like moving a frog from like, a table to a pot of water. Did you guys see this
No.
tweet?
Explain this tweet.
It was like 10 seconds long, but someone picked it up, and when they picked it up, the frog made this awful noise. Did you guys see this in the chat? It was like,
Is that the baby's name?
yes. Someone commented, that's how you pronounce whatever it is. Anyways, holy shit, it made me laugh. I laughed my ass off. And, like, that punctuates your day with happiness, so
Yeah,
I love it.
it's great.
Not that I'm happy that they named their kid something ridiculous, because
What
no
will
child
the-
deserves that.
What's like the short name for the baby?
Kyle. That's what people are saying. That's what everyone says.
That
on
is the
here.
most embarrassing way to start your life.
So funny.
my name is
Stereogum reported
Kyle.
that they're not legally allowed to name the baby that. Like that characters.
Oh, 'cause-
So
sure.
I think they're actually naming it something else, but not telling anyone. But anyways, so tomorrow our special guest
Oh, yes.
is Liz Stokes from the Biths from New Zealand. We are so excited.
Get
If you
that
guys
confetti going.
Oh yes! If you guys don't know about the Beths, they are one of the best bands on earth, and we are so lucky that Liz is going to come on and chill with us. They just announced their new record, which is coming out this summer, and yeah, it rules. I haven't heard the whole thing, but the new song is awesome, and we are big fans.
Oh no!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Is
pocket
your
piano
pocket piano
down.
okay? Dave just flung his pocket piano.
Hell yeah! Okay, yes, everyone in the chat approves. I'm really happy that you guys are happy
Great.
because
It's gonna be a great time.
I'm
It's
so
gonna be so
stoked.
exciting. I don't even know what time it is in New Zealand.
Yeah, when
yeah,
Tomorrow.
it's
the
like
time change gonna be.
okay. So right now in New Zealand, it's like
Is Liz gonna
2
have jet
p.m.
lag?
Saturday. No, she'll be. I think we scheduled it so she would be awake already. It's like
Okay.
when she comes on, it'll be like 1 or 2 p.m. her time, but
Oh,
the
wow.
next day,
Oh, yeah.
Sunday.
Dateline.
So
Yes.
it's
NBC.
Oh, weird.
yeah. So
Oh,
it'll be
okay.
Saturday for us, but Sunday, it's just time zones.
Two
just
Sunday.
the curvature of
Two
the
Sunday episodes this week. What can you do?
Exactly.
It's a freak week.
Yes. So yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun. Please tune in tomorrow. Tell your friends. We're just gonna have a good old time on here, and then also it's All Request Saturday, so that's a thing as well. And then Sunday we're gonna chill, and Dave's gonna show you guys the pedal that he's building.
Yeah, it's looking great.
It's looking great.
It's been a lot of fun to watch him.
Yes.
Uh,
Sorry,
Looking
Dave.
good.
Sorry,
painting
Dave. That wasn't a
it.
dig, but it's
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
it's a
actually.
process.
You'll see.
You'll see. All right. Well,
Great.
I think we're gonna sign off.
We're gonna tag back.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Start creating the outro atmosphere.
All right, guys. This was incredibly fun. Thank you to Screen for blessing us with the screen time. We need more of that. We'll make that more of a regular thing because I love it. I love hearing Sean play. Thank you guys for letting me rank the books. This is a dream come true. And we'll see you tomorrow. And I think we're going to listen to a beautiful piece of John Williams music to take us out. I'm so excited. Leaving Hogwarts. See you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. A great night.
This is slower than I thought it was gonna be.
It's beautiful. This is Leaving Hogwarts. Wait, Dave.
Let's get some tear emojis in the chat as we
Yes,
leave.
It's
Good night,
emotional.
y'all.
Goodbye. We're taking the train back to Muggle London. Oh. Oh.